Okay. He goes for the Sicilian, probably gonna play the knight Earth as he's think played a lot. So I tried rook g1 in the Bantam Blitz earlier today. And let me just see if he's got something in store here. He goes for e5. So what happened in the Bantam Blitz earlier today was h5. And then I went like h3. So let's see if he wants to go for that, or something else. He's burning a whole lot of time. Like, I don't think it's defensible using that much time that early in the game. Bishop g4, I don't get that at all. Can't I just go bishop e2? I guess his plan was like f3, queen b6. Then I would have to move the rook, but bishop e2, I develop a piece, and I think this should be pretty good. Yeah, if he takes, queen takes, that seems entirely unpromising for him. So okay, he goes bishop e6. So the idea is that now after g4 he goes d5. I'm not really sure whether the rook g1 move is actually useful for me there. So I'm just gonna go g4 now. And now g5. But it does feel as though I get a pretty favorable Sicilian here as well. Or Sicilian it's always gonna be, but a pretty favorable bishop e2 knight Earth. Rook g1 I think is a useful move. I don't have to spend time protecting g5, and I got g4 in one go. So I think I should be considerably better here. But also knight d5 was to prevent him from going knight b6 and then knight d7, which would have been at least a sort of harmonious setup. He goes knight c5. I guess I'm just gonna take it. Could go a4 here. Looks quite promising. Yeah, so many good choices here. Yeah, I want to go a4. b4, I'm going to go a5. So he simply takes. He's banking on that his king will be safer in the subsequent struggle here. So I could go knight f6 now. Trying to exchange queens. Oh, I thought I could go bishop f6, g f6, queen f6, bishop g5, queen g6, bishop h5, trapping his queen, but he has queen e4 there. So I should stay far away from that particular line. So I just go queen a4, and if bishop d5, I think I just go ed. And I'm not worried about losing that pawn at all, since he will still have serious troubles with his development there. Okay, so he's preparing knight d7 now. Probably I haven't played this quite as incisively as I could have. Now I'm just gonna go forward. At some point I have to play quickly anyway. And from this on we basically got a bullet game on our hands, which is gonna be interesting. Yeah, let me go queen g4 after rook b2. I think g6 is pretty strong. Still here, g6 is presumably quite strong. The point is, if fg, I got queen e6 and winning the bishop on d6. And if, yeah, so he probably has to go for this. But now I think he's in the world of hurt. Bishop h6, he kind of like, ooh, he had f5. I should have taken on f7 first. This was my point, to get queen e6, and I'm threatening rook g7. Yeah, let me just go rook a6 now. everything's sort of falling apart for him. Yeah, rook g7. Trying to sort of keep it simple. Bishop g7 and then rook a7 should be curtains. Yeah, queen h6 and queen g7, that's mates. Okay, nice attacking game. First one is mine. And yeah, played a little bit slowly, but then I sped up at the right time and he had very little chance when time got low. Now, so he's just gonna play d3, huh? Treat me as I'm a total patzer. That's not quite fair. It's a decent system. It's just that d3 is often something you do in order to avoid the so-called. Should I go g5 here? Yeah, so what do you do to avoid the why can't I the open rule? That's what I was gonna say. And so I don't know why he thought I was gonna go for the open rule. That was my point, which I made in a very non-eloquent way. So I'm gonna go knight h5 now. I think after knight e3, I'll chop it off on e3 and then on g3. And the thing is, I haven't played b5, so I feel that whenever I haven't played b5 in these structures, it's not too bad for black, as I can then seriously consider long castles later on. So it goes queen d2. The point is, if knight f4, he's going to go knight e3. He can take back with the pawn then. I think I'm actually going to do that still. I'm going to take, and then I'm going to go knight g6, and I'm intending g4 followed by h5. And I'm really hoping that his bishop on g3 is going to be pretty useless now. So on paper, obviously, he has a bishop pair, but with the less than elastic pawn structure that he has in the center, I think the bishop pair is not going to do him any good, and that's why I'm not even gonna play bishop b6, offer a trade of bishops there. I'm just gonna go for h4 and then sorry g4 and then h4, gaining a lot of space. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna castle actually. Or am I? I'm a little worried that the pawn might be hanging on. Yeah, no guts, no glory, right? Just castle. So he wasn't even thinking about taking on f7. Bishop d2, he goes knight b4. Guess I'm just gonna drop the knight back. I'll take it. Bishop d5. So it's not that easy to do a lot in my position as well. It looks pretty nice, but it has mostly like defensive potential. There's very little that he can do, but there's also not a lot that I can do. g3 is always met by h3, and h3 is always met by g3. So I guess I should go h3 at some point and then try and open up the position and claim that his king is very weak. But I should play faster. That's the coordinating my rooks again. But as his play is showing, he doesn't have a bunch of plans either. So I'm going bishop b6, trying to trade those bishops. If c4, then he's weakened the d4 square, so that I can go for this, and then I think I'll take with the bishop, go back with the bishop, then go knight c6 to d4. He takes. But I was sort of trying to make the claim that these endings are better for me due to the far advanced pawn on h3. But he's certainly very much in the game. He quite sensibly takes. Yeah, queen f2. Okay, let me take and then go b5. I certainly have some pressure here. Bishop b3. Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm trying a5. If he takes an a5, I'm going bc. Bishop c4. I'm at least not risking anything. And same. Okay, he takes. Oh, I didn't see this one. Yeah, this could be trouble. This could be massive trouble. Oh, it's trying to sort of jury flag me here. Okay, yeah, he was a little bit too quick to play only for flag there, since once I got a queen, I had plenty of time to give a bunch of checks and flag him myself or mate him later on.